So in the spirit of yesterday, I tried something different with my awards and honors, and I'm going to do something, it's an honor / award, but I'm going to try it differently. I'm thinking of doing a video for a letter award for when I was on my high school girls swim and dive team, and I won that got that 4 times. This is something I have also gotten 4 times. Starting in 2020, so every year, so 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, I have earned a Yelp Elite Squad Badge / I am a Yelp Elite Squad member, and that comes from being a good community member, writing and publishing reviews on Yelp, frequenting businesses on Yelp, that kind of thing. Being a good community member as well as contributing to the community. And so I'm on consecutive year 4 now. When I'm talking about the 2021 year specifically, because the Elite Badge is for a given year, so 2021 in this case, and essentially it can be 300 reviews, it can be 40 reviews, and so it's not a fixed, like, you have to do blank kind of thing. There are elite only events that can be attended. I believe I personally have not taken advantage of that, but I do see people who do that. There are Yelp events, there are elite events, there are elite perks that I don't necessarily use, but I do have the badge, and where it shows up is here. So this is my Yelp profile with me logged in. As you can see, like, they have some last 90 days kind of stuff. But Elite 4 years, I don't know, so if I click on it, I am Elite 2023, 2022, 2021, and 2020. And what is another perk, and this is a pretty big perk depending on how much you use Yelp, is, so let's go to a review I wrote, is that today? That's today. Today is that today? Yeah, Wednesday, 13 September 2023. At least this date stamped that. Right. Okay. So I click on it. It felt like yesterday. Okay. And what another perk is, so currently I'm at the top, but you can actually go here and you can actually sort reviews on Yelp by being elites. And when it's a year, so currently it's 2023, but in 2021 it showed up as Elite 2021. So you can actually see if a person's like out there Yelping in high enough quantity. There we go. I was going to say, I think I wrote this one yesterday. I did. So the date is September 12, 2023. And I put it in the review itself. There. I was like, I thought I wasn't going to do a Yelp review today. That is correct. Okay. Yeah. So that's an example of another perk of being on it. What I did that year is, so 2020, I made the most prolific elites in North America list for top 50, and I was number 29. And 2021 was like kind of being like, now what do I do? I just did a bunch last year and I'm kind of all out of ideas. And so I ended up traveling to Central / Washington a few times. I traveled up to Oak Harbor a few times, and I went to a number of new places, but I didn't necessarily Yelp about all of them. It took me to the end of 2022 to get caught up from what I did in 2021. So I fell behind a little bit in 2021. However, I still was writing and publishing reviews. And so it took a little bit of a different tone. It wasn't as instant gratification of getting the review out there as 2020. I let myself fall behind, and I was like, that's probably a good thing, so I don't always feel the pressure to get it out, right away. And let's see. I'm looking up count by year. I have a spreadsheet, and I actually save this and then archive it and back it up and stuff. My reviews, when I post them, the number of reviews when I post it, the number of pictures I put in my reviews, stuff like that. And let's see, for the 2021 year, that was a pretty good year. I did for any of my Yelp Elite years, it was the least number of reviews I produced. I wrote and published 66 reviews, and one of them at a later date, in May 2021, they changed one of my reviews to a review up for a business. They merged that business with a different business and changed one of my reviews to a review update. So of the 66 I wrote and published in 2021 as reviews, 65 currently exist as reviews and one exists as a review update. Okay, so it was a pretty good year. I was doing pretty good. It fell off and I fell behind when I started writing and publishing again on Wikipedia. So Wikipedia writing and publishing actually hurt my Yelp performance. With an infinity band there, that's not really a concern. Right? I'm like, I'm doing really well this year because I'm not locked down to my computer. It's a great way to get out into the world, or even if and even if I have something online, starting to think through, like 2021, because I was writing and publishing on Wikipedia as well as Yelp, it was kind of a year where I started thinking about, can I synchronize what I'm doing, or take this writing that I'm doing on Wikipedia and think about what could I do in my life that, okay, I'm not a competitive swimmer and I'm not competing at the Olympic Games, nor do I want to, but is there something I could do that distances me from that, because it's kind of depressing, right? So I would go out to a community park or something like that. So I started kind of being like, let's offset the negativity and press harassment of athletes and stuff like that with outdoors or adventuring kind of stuff. Even if just going to see my grandma, or going to see my aunt at the zoo, going with my aunt to the zoo, or going to see my step aunt and uncle in Kashmir, Central Washington kind of thing. So it was my least productive in terms of number of reviews Yelp Elite year 2021. However, it was still a good year. It was a transitional year. The overall theme was like transition, and actually deliberately letting myself fall behind, so that I didn't continue to feel pressure for myself. It's called giving myself grace. Not everybody can do that. It's actually something a lot of people struggle with. So I was like, I might as well finesse that skill. Like, I quit after spending, was it 4 years in a PhD program? I quit with no degree, and I have 3 publications from that time period approximately and stuff. And so it was just kind of like, I do things that, at least at this point in time, as of filming this Wednesday, 13 September 2023, most people can't do that kind of stuff, right? They get too attached to something. They're like, I can't stop. I have to keep going. And I'm like, I have a skill of being able to step away when I need to step away. I might as well finesse that this year. So I did in 2021. So that's a little bit about that. And what the 2021 year was like for me as a Yelp Elite Squad member. Da, da, da.